So how would Lady Melisandre react coming face to face with Daenerys Targaryen? It happened on Game of Thrones, but it's not happened in the A Song of Ice and Fire books. And it might never, but what if it did? It kind of gives me an opportunity to talk about Melisandre's conundrum. She's seen something in the flames, something that has guided her on this mission to discover the Azor Ahai returned. Now, we don't know quite what she saw, but something convinced her, like absolutely 100%, she's sold that this person is Stannis Baratheon. And she puts her whole lot in with Stannis, like she is all in. And she does a lot of terrible things, justifying it, saying it's okay because Stannis is the one. But then she starts to doubt Stannis. By the time Melisandre is at the wall and she begins interacting with Jon Snow and she says, I feel like my powers are even stronger in the presence of the wall. That's when the doubts about Stannis start to creep in. Like, have I spent all this time on the wrong person? Melisandre is a diehard believer in the prophecy of Azor Ahai, that this person will return and save the world in some fashion. They will defeat the enemy, the long night that is coming. But she sees Snow with a capital S. So is that Jon Snow? I mean, are we to take that literally? But Melisandre, she's been knocked down a peg or two. Her confidence has been shaken. She's a little hesitant. She doesn't want to go into something and make the same mistake again with the wrong person. She's very conscious that they don't have a lot of time. So at the moment, she's kind of focused on Jon Snow. And she may well be the person to bring him back to life in the books. Because that's not happened yet either. Jon is like dead on a slab at the moment. I do think Jon and Melisandre's storyline is so interesting because I do think she will play a role in bringing Jon back. And I think there'll be lots of ripple effects from that. And if you throw Daenerys Targaryen into the mix, that's only going to confuse Melisandre even more. And maybe that's a good thing. Maybe it's meant to highlight the dangers of interpreting prophecies. Sometimes people get it right, but more often than not, people get it wrong. And Melisandre seems to have come around to thinking, I think I did get it wrong with Stannis. The weird thing, and it might be the answer to this question, is it doesn't seem like Melisandre is aware of what Daenerys Targaryen has done. People know that Daenerys is alive in Essos, but Melisandre, as far as we are aware, has not made any reference or connection or connotation to Daenerys bringing dragons back into the world. And that's weird because the word has started to creep closer and closer to Westeros. They know about these dragons. Some people don't believe it's true, but the word has arrived on the Westerosi shores. So in theory, Melisandre should have also heard of this young girl in the East who's brought dragons back. So it's weird that Melisandre has never once referenced Dany and her dragons. Is she unaware? Or is there something else going on? Given how laser-focused Melisandre is on this prophecy, on the belief that the Red God is giving her these signs, how has she not put two and two together and gone, maybe it's that girl in the East? Is there more to this that we, the readers, just don't know, that we're just not privy to with Melisandre? Or is she as confused as us? That's the question. I don't really have the answer. I think if she did see Daenerys and she saw her dragons, it would all click. And Melisandre would be like, this kind of makes more sense. But there's so much going on in the heads of these characters, in particular Melisandre. It's not the only thing she's ever seen in the flames, so she's trying to work out what it all means. Even if she met Dany, I still think she would have doubt because she thought she was right the first time and was wrong.